All right. Wait some people to come. I'm just seeing. I'm gonna just be live, right? Um, Make sure everybody, if it's good to be hearing. But I'm live though. Like I feel like going live on my YouTube. So peace, peace, peace. Um, I'm gonna just speak because probably y'all was catch on to my YouTube live later. But yeah, this is genes, right? This is what I'm speaking about. The genes. The title of this live is genes, meaning your genes. You go in the Bible. You go in the Bible. They talk about gene Genesis, and if you look at the word Genesis, Genesis is the word genes. Okay, let's remember that. I'll show y'all some things about this Bible or whatever I have. I have the Bible as well. Like the Bible is many books. You see what I'm saying? And it all starts in. It's about you. It's about the Sun book. It's a Sun book about your DNA. It's about your genes. You see what I'm saying? It's on your genes. That's what the Bible is really about. This is about your DNA. Your DNA. Um, you think about your DNA is like the universe. Everything's connected in the universe. Your string of DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like Adam. Adam is your. They go into the Bible about Adam. Adam is your atom. You know, atom in the science. Atom, atom in Egyptian. See what I'm saying? So it's simple things, simple information about your DNA that they make it complicated. That people make things complicated about who you are. You know what I'm saying? People make things complicated about who you are. So understand that Genesis means the beginning. Starts with your genes. Starts with the DNA. You know what I'm saying? Just remember that. Like this is you just really pay attention. Cause like I said, I write a lot, but you really pay attention to the Earth. It's really a firmament in a sense. If people really think about how they call it a globe, it's not really global warming. I want people to understand that whenever you rewatch this live, it's not really global warming. You know, it's more of global cooling, which is not a globe that we're in, right? Um, you have to understand that this is not a globe that we're in. We're living on a flat. Well, you can call it a plane. We are on a flat plane, honestly. We're living on a plane. That's what they call it. This Earth is a plane. This is not a globe. You know what I'm saying? They call it global warming. It's global cooling, right? And you should understand that. Understand um, that when they talking about this whole NASA is really for me. You got to understand what it means. For me, like it's really niggas aren't studying astrology. That's what NASA is about. You see what I'm saying? NASA. They are studying the stars or the dimensions because they're not stars. People understand that. When you look up, it's a dimension, but in depth, if you want to say depth, if you really think about the word depth, it's really water up there. You're really looking at stars of a reflection of water. Once you look up at the universe, you're looking up at water. Because you think about water comes down from the sky, because that's what you're looking at. Pure darkness of water. You know what I'm saying? A reflection of water. But this whole NASA, they telling people that they went to the moon in NASA. They never went to the moon. I would just share a little simple things. People understand that NASA never went to the moon. You have to understand that this sun and the moon are equal. This is what the universe is about. It's a vibration of the same equalness. Um, that's what the universe is. It's all about being equal to one. You know what I'm saying? And so people were saying like the sun is a big fiery ball. It's not a fiery ball. The sun is a disc, a like another portal dimension, right? And the moon is the reflection of that dimension. When you see the sun rise, what I'm saying, you're gonna see the moon. See what I'm saying? You're gonna really see basically how the sun really looks. So it's not really people speak about, oh, it's a fireball. It's not a fireball. And the sun is really moving in rotation. Like if you really think about it, it's not. It's like moving in a rotational disc type rotation, circular, but in a circular type motion, and the moon is moving its opposite direction. And just know that NASA never went to the moon. NASA never went to the moon because you really stop and think. Like I've spoken on this many a times. They never. You gotta research. They was in a big pool of water doing this whole astronaut thing, and I'm starting to learn that this whole Mars landing, when they say they've been to Mars is on Canada. Okay, go research that. Mars is from on. They're doing this Mars on Canada. You know what I'm saying? It's not really Mars. They didn't never land on Mars, Moon, or anything. You can't get out this planet. You know what I'm saying? You can't leave this planet. There's a like a sheet covering over this planet. You can't leave until you die. But these people know that they're building cities underwater. You gotta know that they have cities underwater because they know that once these glaciers melt, that's why I say it's cooling. By the time, if you notice, it's gonna get colder around June and July. I spoke that. So it'll get colder soon around June and July, and you people gotta understand that it's gonna get colder around June and July. Um, these upcoming years, so you gotta know that um, it is cooling on this planet, and that the water is rising from this planet, and that volcanoes are underwater and erupting. So eruption of the volcanoes are really separating the this planet, well, not planet, well, yeah, it's basically separating the islands. Like all these islands are connected now, and they'll get separated from these volcanoes underwater that erupts, right? And they don't tell you that volcanoes are underwater and they're erupting, separating these glaciers and melting them faster in a sense, and then water rises, and then cities gonna go underwater if you know that. And that's how the earth dies. The earth dies, but it's still here. You see what I'm saying? When they say the earth is going to go away or whatever, in sense Revelation, no, the earth is never going anywhere. The earth is gonna die just like everything in the earth dies, but it reborns itself. You know what I'm saying? Like you be on an island. This is all islands that we see. The earth is slowly dying, meaning that it's going to separate from itself again. Like all these islands are going to go underwater and be separated. And then once the sun is getting further away from the earth again, it's going to get cooler and colder on the earth. Water going to be amongst the earth in certain places, right? And then the sun will have to drain down the water. Once the water covers the earth, the sun is going to be able to come back, and the water is going to drain down the new earth. So you got to understand that um Um, oh, that's odd. I'm the only vehicle out here, and then there's someone pulling up. Like, I'm serious. Like, I can go. I'm gonna say this to be honest with people. I go places, right? And like, I can go anywhere. And once I have my phone with me, and then I start speaking, like I did many videos where I started to speak, but and I was by myself, and then someone would come out of just just a vehicle, somebody would walk past or something, and I started to see like these people are watching people. You gotta understand, we're being watched every little simple where we are. This is the distraction. You see what I'm saying? I came into a spot where there's no one here, right? And soon I'm start speaking about some things, someone come. But anyway, yo, but yeah, just know that about this earth, that the earth is beginning to reform itself. Mother earth, in the sense of, you gotta think about the word earth. You think about that earth word. In the middle is art. This is an artwork. You know what I'm saying? This is all artness of the creation, right? And that's what we are. Just remember that. Just know that this earth is dying to um, reborn again. It's still going to be here. You know, that's what it's about. But I want you to understand what's going on with the. 'Cause I just want to come live. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be live and let just do something different instead of just showing these scripted games. You know what I'm saying? Speaking about these games in the sport world, they're using, you know about the magnets, but they're using way more technology than magnets. You know what I'm saying? I researched, like, they have like military, like, controls, in the sense of what they use in the military to target things. They're using that for these NBA players or sports, all these sports. And that's why I say it's a sport game is a war game, friendly war game. But it's not only just a friendly war game, it's also a circus. You see, the energy is really like going here. Like, I don't know if y'all feel energy. That's what it's about. You gotta feel your energy, feel the source, feel the oneness of who you are. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to worship nobody. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to worship anyone. You're supposed to love yourself, right? You're supposed to love yourself and be yourself, love yourself more. And you're not supposed to join no groups, no groups, no organizations, no societies, no cults, no coalitions, no hoods, brotherhoods like that. Those are all separational for us. You got to be aware of even some spiritual, so-called spiritual. For me, I do not say spiritual for myself. I'm just being a being on this planet, sharing the light, right? People who be calling themselves spiritual, you got to be aware, because spiritual can be just like religion. Because people will take it to the point where now they're asking for money to speak the truth. So for me, that's why I didn't want to do a Patreon. I started to understand I didn't want to get a Patreon because I didn't want to charge for speaking the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to charge no one for speaking my truth. I won't want to charge people for knowing these scripted games happening. You see what I'm saying? Because, I mean, it's just a game. You got to understand that. It's not real. You should not really be betting on scripts. The script is, you don't bet on wrestling. Why would you bet on, basketball, football, or baseball? Why would you bet on these scripted games, but you won't bet on wrestling? That's why wrestling don't have bets, because it's scripted. And they're showing y'all in other ways, but playing a sport, I understand because you played it. I played basketball, football, I ran track. I did that. I played it, but once you play the sport yourself, you should know how this game really works. And you should see that it's all stage. When they have cameras, it's a stage. Remember that. Lights, camera, action is movies. Remember that. These people are actors, you know. We're watching actors doing a play. Everybody's some people some these actors are playing many roles of different actors. You see? That's what's going on. So but yeah, speaking about like I was speaking about Genesis, you know, I would begin everywhere, but I'm not really like getting into a topic, you know what I'm saying, of like just to share some information, you know how people say the 33 masonry be 33, the highest degree of masonry is 33, right? But you got to understand the real meaning of 33. 33 is not the highest degree of masonry. It's the highest degree of your vertebrae. You have 33 bones from your buttocks to your butt to the spine of your head, the crown of your head. You see what I'm saying? That's 33 bones from your spine, in your spine, basically. And there's no 33 masonry, it's just the 33 bones in your body. And that activates your crown chakra from the, when the Kundalini, that's the serpents, you know what I'm saying? What they say about the serpents, well, it's, you know how they had the serpent in Genesis. The serpent told Eve to eat off the tree, right? The serpent was around the tree. You see what I'm saying? To activate um, her godness, right? So you gotta understand that when they even say about Jesus, they say Jesus died at 33, right? He didn't die at 33. He activated his Kundalini energy. He became Christ. Jesus and Christ are two different things. You know what I'm saying? Christ is becoming. Jesus is a person becoming Christ. Like we all are. You become your Christ-like self. You know. It's not about being woke. People gotta understand about this woke stuff. You can say you woke, but then you still worship celebrities. You can claim that you woke, but you still buy into this whole system of the celebrities because they're gonna pretend like they're woke. Celebrities gonna follow what they have to follow, and then they know that the um, the supreme is basically understanding that this new set of us of it's only a few. You gotta understand that there are only a few of us like me. You see what I'm saying? There are not many of me. You know what I'm saying? There are not many of me because many many people are on like this social media. Me understanding more about social media is really becoming a trap to people if they're not really understanding about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta think about these words: social media. They doing social distancing, social security. You understand about social security. You understand about your birth certificate. You know, understand that we are all sold. You Google or research or DuckGo, whatever you want to do, but research how many people are on this planet. There are 7.9 billion people on this planet, but the births keep going up. The birth count keep going up, and also the death count keep going up. That's one thing you gotta know about this planet, that the birth and the death is going to continue to rise. It's never going to fall. It's going to rise, right? You got to wake up from that. You got to know that the population is going to be up and down, because birth and death is going to rise. You see, population. So if you research it, you'll just see population up and down, up and down. You'll see birth up, death up. But when you think about the population, and I think about myself, I'm one of the population that's still here, just here. And then you'll see a population up and down, means someone left this planet. Well, spies. You can't call this a planet. A net is something over it. So you should know that there's something over this plane. It's a plane net. Something's over the net, over the plane. So you really can't get out. And it's like invisible. You know what I'm saying? But it's up there. That's why I call it a planet. Net over a plane. So yeah, I want to make sure I was speaking right. But yeah, you got to understand that we're being sold. Yeah, let me go back to that we're being sold, the numbers. Your numbers are being sold. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you're born, um, you're being sold. Oh, that's why I was on the population. So now you think about something. I'm gonna go in depth with this population. If you research how many people on this earth, and it's 7 billion. Now ask this question: how they know that? How they continue to keep count of every being on this planet? Because every being is being, like, you gotta think about it. Every being is being um, branded. You see what I'm saying? Like, and then when you go in depth, now I have to think. Now, someone should give me the answer to this. How are they still keeping count of people on this earth? And you wouldn't know if someone is giving birth in the woods or someone natural. How would they actually know how many people actually on this earth? Think about this. Let's really think about it. You Google Google that. I just thought about that even more. Google it or whatever. Research it. How can these people really keep count of who's on this planet? And what you think about then? Um, the ones they do keep count, they keeping it branded. Like, as soon as you sign your name on a birth certificate, you're sold to these people. That's why you gotta use words. When they say parents, it's two pairs renting a child. That's what it is. Parents. They call kids baby goats because they always kill goats. They sacrifice goats, so they sacrifice children. That's what you're supposed to call them, children, not kids. Kids are the baby goats, right? So yeah, just do some research, y'all, on that. Think about that population, how these people are keeping up with the world, the Earth's population. How would you really know if some people are really having it natural, not going into the hospital? How would they really know? And every parts of this planet, planet or plane, how would they really know how many people or beings are on this earth? Think about it. Think about it. That's something I'm thinking about as well. But you have to. I'm gonna get more research on that. Then I want to give y'all some insight about something though. Some addictions, y'all. This is America. For one, America is the new world. What's the new world in the sense of the new world? That's why they call it New World Order. This is the new world, really. Like, was when they this place, when so-called Columbus, which he did not. Columbus was not discovering America. He was looking for India and Indians, but he came across America and called this the New World. and said, and then that's when he returned back to his place and said the earth is a globe, the earth is round. So the earth is round because he didn't come all the way in America. And he said it was a new earth. I mean, yeah, basically a new earth, a new world. So, because it's already people, and the indigenous here. My people, the indigenous people were here. We were here, right? And and now that this whole America has been discovered, it's been addictions here now. I want y'all to understand that it's addictions. There are six main addictions in America now, and I'm gonna go in depth with these in another video. It's I'm gonna go from six to number one. Number six is hard drugs. Number five is the alcohol. Four is nicotine. Three is caffeine. Two is sex, and one is gambling. I'm gonna get into some information depth with that soon on other videos. But them addictions, there are some addictions in this country that you should be aware of. And you should know how they do this. Everything they doing is a script and planted. What I mean planted, see, we live on a earth full of plants. They are planting things in here for you to be memorized and confused and controlled by, to be brainwashed by, to follow. So they plant things in here. So now they want to plant this whole shots. You gotta understand, as you a child, a baby, when you first be a babe, when you first is born on this planet, the doctor will tell your mother that you are a healthy child. The doctor will explain that you are a healthy baby. And then the doctor would say, okay, let's bring the baby over here so we give the baby its shots. You see, that's where the problem comes from. As soon as the doctor gets your baby from your hands and takes the shots, that's where the problems come from. Because you are healthy inside the womb. The womb. So remember that. You got to remember that you got to be natural. Always be natural about this. If you go do pregnancy, be natural. Go to the water and do this naturally, right? I'm gonna explain more about get into more how to do things naturally because I'm like I was speaking. I'm gonna get in depth with some things. Might come live more often than just posting videos, right? Because you have to really get beyond this sports and scripted games and music and all these celebrities. Because when you think about it, music is it's big into the brain, the vibration of it, and then into the heart actually, because the heart feels the beat of the music. And then when the heart feels it, the soul vibrates and the mind vibrates. So whatever music you listen to, like if you be listening to these, like I had experience someone listen to. I was with someone. They when we was speaking and we were just talking. Then the music was a cool vibe music at first. Then once the music switched over to killing, raping, guns, wars, women, sex, the vibration of the person got angry. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. If you listen to certain type of music, you'll vibrate to that. You know? That's why for me I like listen to beats. I just listen to sounds of the music. Like if I listen to music, I just listen to their beats because it's about the beats and the sounds. Cause when you listen to their lyrics are downgrading women, and they're always talking about money, sex, and killing, and guns, and other dudes. Like that's sex. Like you gotta really understand really gay. Like they're doing agendas. You understand that? Like you got to know this. These people, these rappers are, we listen to them, and then people say, "Oh man, these people are hard. They're saying this hard verse, but they're gay." You know what I'm saying? Rappers are being sold to, you know, do rituals. They're gay. You see what I'm saying? When you listen to music, you say this rapper so hard. This rapper's hard. Yeah, but he's gay. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake, he's gay. You know what I'm saying? All these rappers, you gotta understand this music is a mind thing. You gotta understand that. That's why you should just listen to beats and sounds, cause listen to their lyrics is really a confusion. You should not. If you really listen to their lyrics, they'll tell you who they really are, what they really doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what these rap games about. You know, and then you gotta understand these people push this whole thug and gangster agenda into people. You know what I'm saying? Um, research the research Sanford University. They begun the whole Bloods and Crips. There were no Bloods and Crips. It was started in Sanford University, and like I said, these people know how to begin things and then make it seem like it was always here. But thugs and gangsters are not real. Bloods and Crips are not real. They planted that into this system. You know what I'm saying? They planted drugs into the system. That's what the whole LA riots or whatever the riots, all that was a stage. You know that. The Rodney King thing and everything for LA riots and all that was staged. You gotta know that. They put everything on TV, the vision on TV for you to follow the stage, to follow the act of this. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that. Like, um, research, you know how they be speaking about indigo children? I spoke did a short video about it, but indigo children is not real. You gotta understand what they doing. They spoke about indigos being ADHD children. You know what I'm saying? They were doing by ADHD, and this woman, instead of saying these children have ADHD, they say call them indigo, like special, like indigo. That's what the indigo comes from. It's not really indigo children. You gotta understand. That's all. This is separation. All this is division, divide. Like, like I said, spirituality versus religion. You gotta know what's going on. This planet is going to stop at competition, you know, because it began with competition. Why? Because it was first, it's like good, evil, God, devil. It always had to be a polarity or duality or something. It has to always be a positive and negative. God could not come, the source could not come to this plane and just be plain positive. Source had to come to this plane and be both positive and negative to know itself about its own duality of positive and negative. You know, um, because everything is vibrating at its one self at this moment. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really feel into the universe, like you really have to ground yourself into the earth. Because this whole metaverse, that's what I want to say about metaverse is beginning to come and emerge, and it's going to distract. It's this metaverse is not for us. It's not for my children really. It's really for my grandchildren. You got to see that. They are preparing for the grandchildren, on this metaverse for them to not be not one part about nature. You know what I'm saying? You have people really don't even want to just feel the earth one bit outside. You know what I'm saying? Like You have to understand you got to get all parts of the earth. Sunlight, grounding the earth, and then just be about water and wind. But this metaverse is for the grandchildren. And you gotta understand how they doing it. It's like a Wii, Pixar. They're putting the thing over their head, and they want people to, the children, to come out and just be in a Wii game. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know that. Like they want them to be in type of Wii game. Research this movie. I mean, it was a Netflix called I can't remember. I think it's Black something. Came out in 2011. Um, and just research that because that's what they were talking about on the metaverse. That's what they were speaking about in the metaverse. Um, I like to share information, y'all, but research the CDC. I spoke on this though. I keep speaking about this, but I'm gonna speak on it again. But I'm not gonna say this word because YouTube does that. But CDC lied about the C19 counts. Okay, they lied. Research that. Remember, I'm speaking about that for real. What I mean when they lie, because they will use people who already deceased and add that to the counts. Like deceased of elderly man who was already deceased. You see, they would add that to the counts. You see what I'm saying? So it was never a real plan. Damn, people mind became that. You see what I'm saying? And they, like I said, what they doing is a plan. They're doing a plan. By 2030, this not going to be the same Earth with people. Earth gonna be forming itself, but these people gonna continue to distract you in their way. But they want you to be in a way of. Now you want to think about it. They want people to be in these Teslas, one cars, electric cars. They want people to be in the same vehicles. Because I researched something that in the cold weather that these cars that's electric, they ain't gonna last. Watch. They can't last. I saw that. They was in the like in the highway, and then it got so cold that the electric cars all shut down. See what I'm saying? And they couldn't go nowhere. That's what they're pushing, so they can push a button and control everyone in their own vehicles. And which I already know, we know they can do that at this moment to everybody's vehicles, cause they're tracking everybody's vehicles. Like I was in Miami, and they're now doing. I saw a place they have cameras on top of their vehicles, and they can see just about everywhere in little places of the corner, and they were just driving around for tests. And the man said, yeah, they're really connected to the government. I think Fords and all of them. And I said, okay, because I'll start videotaping, and then he came out of he came out of nowhere and just saw me, and but that's what they have. You gotta research that. They also have these snipers. Um, the robots are coming. What I mean by that, they have. Let me go back. For one, let me be real. I'm sitting in a robot. A vehicle is a robot. My phone right now that I'm speaking on is a robot. Okay, so the robots, when they talk about robots are coming, robots, I'm speaking on a robot. Your toaster, your stove, microwave robots. They don't talk, but they're my robots. My vehicle, it does talk because what they have, Siri, your phone has Siri or whatever. It's a robot. Now what they're doing is making human form human bots to be able to walk around and control. They already got the dogs. Research that. They have dog robots with snipers on top of them. So you know whenever someone goes somewhere, that dog is not have to chase you. It's just gonna snipe you. And they're having now smart bullets enter into the regular cops in your local neighborhoods. And these smart bullets are are accurate. Research smart bullet. Research the smart bullet. They are very accurate into um, what's going on. But I'm gonna get in more of that stuff, these detailed stuff soon. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna do more videos. Um, but I want y'all to know this. There's some endangered animals um, that no one's noticing. Leopards are being endangered. Gorillas, sea turtles, orangutans, the Samaritan elephant, the Samoa. I also wrote the tiger, rhinos, pangolin, and Uquanta. These, those like 10 animals are being endangered. They are endangered. You know, so like you gotta understand that they are building a lot of buildings into these animals' places, like the woods and the forests, or and they burning down the rainforests. You see what I'm saying? They killing these animals without people really paying attention to that. You know, because people really just focus on the circus. The circus is every time you click that TV, which is the robot, and start watching what they want you to hear and listen to. Once you watch that, you fall. You just into that. You gotta think about it. You're watching what they just want you to watch. You can't do nothing about it. You can't. Okay, you over the TV and you watching the sport game and you saying, man, you so mad. You can't do nothing about it. They can do whatever they want every time. You're watching circuses. You're watching when you go to a sport game, live circuses. You see that? They can put on, it's an act. It's a live circus. They feeding you the bread. And you go, you know what I'm saying? It's all it is. It's a circus. People say, how is it scripted? Like number games. Number run this planet. Well, plane. So I don't want to say planet. When I was speaking earlier, I don't know who was here, but planet is a plane. This is a plane. Planet is a net. You see how they say that word, planet? That's why, because they know there's something over this that we can't get out. It's like a net. So I call it planet, plane, because they know this is a flat plane, Earth, with a net or something over it that you can't get out. So, um, yeah, like I was saying, you gotta understand what that is about. What's going on with certain things, like I'm gonna share something else real quick before cause I don't stay on live long, not too long. Um, y'all know this. I want y'all to know this about SpongeBob. I'm gonna say this about SpongeBob. I love cartoons, right? Cartoons are telling things. I researched Pegga Pig. Pegga Pig tells you the moon landing was fake. We all know that was fake. They will tell you that. That's why I say when you watch your children, if you watch your TV, you need to watch what's you watching. You need to know what you're watching. Just look at it. Don't just watch it for the entertainment. That's what they want you to do is watch TV for the entertainment. But you have to watch it to see what's the symbolism is about. Like the wording, what's gonna come, what was, what is, what's to come. You know, that's why I asked a question about the Matrix. I asked someone the other day, I say, you seen the Matrix? He said, yeah. And I said, you don't feel like this is Matrix that we're living in? Yeah, like just stop and think for a little bit. But you have to think about it. This is the Matrix. These people would not make movies if they did not know what it is that we're on, this plane, this earth, right? They would not make movies if they did not know what was really going on. Movies like that, they won't just bring it up because they know this is what we're on. Men in Black, right? Men in Black clearly tells you um, there are others here. Men in Black clearly tells you that, and you research Men in Black. when Will Smith, this whole script. See, now y'all, I want to say that about it real quick. Too much energy going on that. You know what I'm saying? We all know it was a Freemasonry, Scottish Rite. Research him. He did the whole hand in his jacket, just like the Scottish Rite Freemasonry. Right after he won, when he won his award, I didn't watch it, but I've seen photos of this shit. It's a Freemasonry thing. Now something's gonna be emerging. Just you gotta go beyond that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody keep talking about this and this, but you gotta go beyond it now because they're planning something with that. See what I'm saying? They're gonna do something with that. Because now people not really speaking about this whole war. You see, you gotta go beyond. Because this year's over. It's already over. This year's already passed, and they already go beyond the beyond. That's why I'm like, when you watch simple stuff, what you watch, that's the distraction. Because they going beyond that. They like put something in front of them to be distracted. Because we going further now. That's what they doing. That's what I'm. That's why I say it's not many of me not out there who want to go further than just think about just what just happened. I'm like, that's you should already know it's a game. You should know that. That's why I say that. People should understand. They should already know it's all a masonry game. All of it. I have a video I done in 2020. It was like a gematria. I did a lot of gematria in 2020 too. In 2020. But I did one with um James Avery, who played Uncle Phil on Fresh Prince. I may put that. I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna put this video out. I did it in 2020, and it was like the sacrificial of him. That's how the new Janet came in, and all that. So I really went in on that video. So I'm gonna show you that whenever I can. But I'm gonna give y'all some info, just simple information about SpongeBob, right? Because cartoons, when I was going back, they do tell you the truth. I'm just sitting in my vehicle and still exploring the earth. But SpongeBob, right? SpongeBob is we know all these cartoons tell a story. So SpongeBob. Now, I want y'all to know this. 7 deadly sins is what SpongeBob SquarePants shows or characters represent. Okay? The 7 deadly sins. Here's why. SpongeBob's characters. The 7 deadly sins. Wrath is Squidward. Okay, wrath is Squidward. Gluttony is Gary. Pride is Sandy. Envy is Plankton. Greed is Mr. Krabs. Lust is SpongeBob. Sloth is Patrick. See what I'm saying? 7 deadly sins represent SpongeBob. That's what we watch. Well, I used to watch it, but that's what they show now. You know, we didn't understand it, but that's what they do. They put Bibles really in the cartoons. You know what I'm saying? They really do that. Like, I may get into more of these cartoons because it's a cartoons I used to watch, and you really have to really stop and think about those cartoons. Like, they show symbolism of some stuff that you could have really been paying attention to now because it really makes sense. Like, especially American Dad. Everybody know about Family Guy. Simpsons. People always go relate things back to the Simpsons when something happens, but you gotta go in depth. If you're gonna relate to the Simpsons, I did a video about the whole George Floyd. Now, if you want to relate something to the Simpsons, if you go to a video I've done back, but I'll just let you know that the George Floyd, it was like, if you related to Simpsons, it's really about Itchy and Scratchy. Research Itchy and Scratchy. That was a show, a cartoon show that Bart used to watch. It was a black cat and a blue mouse. Okay? That's what it represents about this whole scripted George Floyd. Remember that. When you see stuff like that, it's a script. It's a Oscar winning award act in which the Oscars is a black man. That trophy is a black man. It's named after Oscar Mashar, which is in Egypt. They use that same trophy in Egypt as Ptah. Ptah was the trophy. They copied it and made it the Oscars, which is a black man named Oscar Mashar. Okay? See how a lot of things just connect back. Because a lot of things is recycled. This is what this this what this plane is. Plane is a recycle. You know what I'm saying? We living in recyclement. Like death and life. Death and life is happening on the rise as I'm speaking. And I'm just one of the population just sitting here. And you really think about it. If you really want to go in the mind, we're really just waiting our moment to leave. You see, you're waiting to die. You know what I'm saying? Soon as you're born, you're dying. Think about that. A child, as soon as they come out, they're dying. Meaning, if you could have if God or the source or whatever you want to call it gave everyone a like expiration date on the bottom of their foot, they gave them the month and the year they're going to die, people will feel like, oh, that would be awareness for people. If God, the source, the divine, whatever you want to call it, if you was born and he gave you a expiration date on the bottom of your foot, people will be more aware of like what they want to trying to do so much before they die. But you got to understand, we do have one. We do. Everyone has an expiration. You see what I'm saying? You know how they put expiration on foods and products or drinks and stuff? We have expiration. We can't see it. We don't know it. If you know it, you can determine when your expiration is. It's a power to this. You can know when or how you're going to leave the earth. You know that? That's how powerful you should know about yourself, that you can know when and how you will actually die. Some people, some of us know that. Some of us know this, right? Um, I wrote something else, but I don't know if I want to speak about it yet. But yeah, some of us know that. Some of us know when it's our moment to leave this planet or plane, you know. And I want y'all to notice something. When it's dark. See, for me, I'm starting to say words, because if you say the word day and night, think about the word night though. The word night is no different than the word night. It just put a K over it. And what is a knight? A man with a shiny armor with a knife, riding a horse. That's a knight. But if you really think about it, it's just become light and darkness. Like the sun is bringing light to the earth. What is a day? Really think about that. What's day? It's really light and dark, or dark and light. It's not really like day and night if you put in deeper form. But if you really think about it, as we living throughout this light, right? Everyone is really rusting out. Let's be honest. The sun, when you living under the sun, you're rusting. You know, you rust out as you age. You rust. You know, the sun. That's why they say it's a dome stuff. Like the research that show over the dome, and the Simpsons had the movie. They was in a dome. They just basically telling you that's what we are in. But in the sense, it's like, cause you gotta like do this experiment. You get a magnifying glass and then you put it over like I don't want you to. You don't have to kill or nothing. But you'll eventually see the sun just start to burn if you keep it in a certain spot. One spot it'll burn that certain thing. That's what we're doing now. And then if you move it around, you'll move it like the sun. A magnifying glass. Um, that's what we are in now. We're basically in rusting in like a glass. If you get one of them globe and you shake it, that's what we really are in now. Think about it. But we're not in the globe. What they mean by the globe, you can really they think it's a globe because how the Earth is like this, and but then it's like the rainbow shapes like a type of globe. But the rainbow goes all around, under, around. You know what I'm saying? Under, around. So, um, yeah, I'm about to end my live though, y'all. I just be speaking about different stuff. Real, I just want to come on here and let y'all know some stuff. Cause honestly, I'm just vibing. I just wanted to come in and share. If you want to go back and look at some of the info I shared, you can. But just know this. Um, just know I'm coming with more information. I have so many stuff to share though. So many. I do. And it's good to be your natural self. You don't have to live by a script. I'm serious. Like, you can write things down and put them in notes, but you don't have to live by a script. You don't have to live by a script. Because I always speak about school. School is for fools. The reason why I call it that, because you don't learn who you are. You learn what they want you. They give you intellect. There's something I share real quick that I learned that basically the knowledge is um, basically the knowledge. I wrote them down, but I'm gonna check real quick. Um, mm, I always remember this about cannabis, though, people. This is a mild psychedelic. Okay, cannabis is mild, so just remember that it can get you to another level. People can't abuse cannabis. You can't abuse it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna use it, you gotta use it for like seeing, wanna see something or wanna know something, because there's more psychedelics than cannabis. There's, for one, LSD is a white man-made product. It is from the 50s or 60s. They made LSD. LSD is man-made, but the psychedelics is cannabis, mushrooms, ayahuasca, DMT. You have some cactus. You have some honey. Those are the psychedelics. So you should always remember that it's nothing wrong with cannabis. If people talk bad about cannabis, you're taking a mild psychedelic. For one, and then even mushrooms. Mushroom is a fungi. It's a fungi. Remember that. Oh, but I was showing some. I was gonna show you something about that intellect, and I was saying something about intellect and wisdom real quick, cause I had wrote but wisdom is given from birth. Like, wisdom is actually given already. You have wisdom, right? You already have wisdom. A baby inside a womb knows how to swim. It has wisdom. Think about that. If you have a baby in the water, it's gonna automatically know how to swim. That difference from smart. People say I'm smart. Don't say you smart. You have why you will. Smartness is taught to you. You learn how to be smart. You know what I'm saying? You learn how to be smart. You learned how to get an answer right on a test. Think about these grades though. When people talk about you got good grades, bad grades. Grades are letters. Each these letters mean has a number, right? A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, you know, D is 4. They don't do E, see what I'm saying? Which is 5. And then they give you an F, which is a 6. See what I'm saying? They know about the 6. But you gotta understand, you should always remind your child that it's just a letter. Let them know F is for the fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to always give them that mindset of thinking, I have an F because it's a letter. You know what I'm saying? These people are teaching what they have been, what I've been taught, what they've been taught, what they've been taught, what they've been planted. It's a planted thing. People planted things. Like you go to the school, it's like a school is like a jail system. You really think about that. You think about the school bus, and you think about the prisoner bus. It's a white prisoner bus and a yellow school bus. Cafeterias, right? Playground. See, playgrounds. And they teach you what they want to teach you instead of you knowing what you already know and um, expressing yourself, being yourself. They don't let children show them who they are first. They don't let children show themselves first. So that's the difference between wisdom and smart. Always remember you're wise. You're not smart, you're wise. 'Cause wisdom is infinity. You wouldn't. There's so many things to learn on this planet. If you want to learn from yourself, learn from yourself. Learn what's different. Don't learn what you was been taught. Learn differently. You know, that's being wise. But yeah, that's it basically, y'all. I'm gonna come back. Like I said, I love to be. I'm a random person. I am a Sagittarian energy. Sagittarius. You see, I just said Sagittarius, and I have a B just flew right in. You see, Sagittarius energy. That's who I am. I have a Virgo moon, and I'm a Pisces rising. So I really know a lot. I know a lot. I've been here before. Just know that. We all, to yourselves, you should know that you've been here before. I've been here before. I've been on this plane before. I know what I had to redo on this plane. I know that. I've been here. You know. It's just remembering now. You know what I'm saying? Remembering more of myself. That's how you should be with yourself. If you have words, just speak your words. You know what I'm saying? You don't, know yourself. Know yourself what you want to do. Even if it's writing, do something too. You have to leave a message for the people. Leave a message for the new. You got grand coming. This earth gonna continue to bring in and leave people. Just know that. Just know that I've been here before, and I'm here to share the light. Share what's going on. Share really what I see. because it's really simple in plain sight. It really is. Like you really stop and think about it. Look at this tree above me, or look at the trees around you, or look at the sun. Just sun gaze, and you really see that what we are in, we are in. You see what I'm saying? This is in. Everything is in. You know, in the Bible, they were talking about. They was asking God. I think they was asking. I feel like they were asking God or Jesus, but they were asking God. Cause they always say Jesus and God the same. That's what get them. That's what gets people confused. They be like, Jesus is God. Well, you gotta understand what it is about. But it's what they were asking God. They were like, God, where can we hide the kingdom of heaven or something of that nature? I'm gonna just put it in my form. Cause they revise the Bible. I can revise the Bible myself. Remember that. You read this Bible. I have it right here. You read this Bible, right? You read this Bible. You remember something. You can revise this Bible in your own words. What I mean by that, if you read it, you can read it. These are written like Shakespeare type poet messages in that way, but you can revise it in the way you want. You can speak. If Jesus speak in some type of way, you can add in the way you speak, not in just the way he's speaking. You know what I mean? Add in this way of form of speaking, or the sense of what you feel like it'll be really what he's saying today. You see what I'm saying? If he was really a real person. Because Jesus was a fictional character too, people. Remember that. But I get more into that. But so they asked God, he said, God, where should we keep the kingdom of heaven? Right? And so they say, and God say, they say, where should we hide it? Or should we hide it above or the space? And we're like, no, man, they try to go there. You know, should we hide it below in the waters? They know they're going to try to go there too. Should we take it across the plane of the earth? No, because they would definitely go look for there. So they say, okay, God, where is going to be the kingdom of heaven? Where are we going to, where can we put the kingdom of heaven? So the kingdom of heaven is going to be inside of you, right? It's going to be within you. It's going to be in you. You are the kingdom of heaven. On the right side of your brain, the hemisphere of your brain is the kingdom of God. Knock and you shall see. It shall be open. You know what I'm saying? Know what I be saying, the 10%, you're talking about the left side, but it's the right side of your brain. You see what I'm saying? It's the kingdom of God. And it's opening up your heart chakra, and then you unlock all what it is. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. Not, some people asking, people do these things for money. No, you don't do things for money. Even if you do start gaining millions of followers, you should never do it for money, period. Like, you should never. Like, people donate for their own heart, souls. They donate things. You don't do anything for money, period. You just live and continue to tell your truth, and yourself take care of yourself. Things happen. The universe would align things for things to happen for yourself. So know that the God said, "Kingdom of heaven is within you." Jesus said those words. They all been saying it. They say the words, "I am God," and that's what God is. I am. So I'm come back, people. I love the way that I did this. Amazing. 69 minutes going. I didn't really know I'd speak this long, but it's amazing to speak. And yeah, I'll be back. Probably sometime. I don't know. I'm so random, but I return though, people. Just remember, love yourself, know yourself, respect yourselves. You see what I'm saying? Because this is another world. Your body is another world. The earth is a world, and your mind is a world. See what I'm saying? It's all a world. Take care of yourself. You only have yourself. Take care of yourself. Really much so. So peace, love to all of you.